you're staring down a narrow fairway, gripping a club you absolutely do not trust, knowing you just dropped your hard-earned cash on a driver that somehow makes your slice worse. We've all been there. Today, we're looking at the Cobra S2 versus the Cobra S3 in a direct head-to-head battle. A lot of you are digging through the used bins trying to find a steal right now, and I completely get it.
Mike, you might assume grabbing the newer model is the automatic right move. But hold that thought. One of these clubs is hiding a secret that could legitimately save your weekend rounds. We're keeping our lips firmly sealed on the final winner for now, but we're gonna break this whole thing down.
Welcome to this Golf Gear Showdown Explainer, where we put golf gear head-to-head so you can stop guessing and start hitting more fairways.
Let's get right into Section 1, the Cobra matchup setup.
Golfers constantly compare these two older models because they desperately want to save some cash without sacrificing performance off the tee. Why pay $500 for a brand new stick if a $50 used one gets you exactly the same yardage?
Exactly, Mike. I see this exact scenario play out in the pro shop every single Saturday. Guys walk in, look at the used rack, and instantly grab the S3 just because the number is higher. They completely buy into the marketing hype without a second thought. Assuming a newer release equals lower scores is the absolute fastest way to wreck your scorecard. Sometimes the older tech was actually built better for your specific swing.
To figure out which one really deserves a permanent spot in your bag, we're running them through our 6-round showdown criteria. We'll judge distance, forgiveness, accuracy, feel, price, and finally, the exact best fit by golfer type. Make sure you stick around for that price round, folks. That specific breakdown completely flips conventional wisdom on its head, and it might just change how you think about buying used clubs forever. Moving right into rounds 1 and 2, we're looking at distance versus forgiveness. Kicking off the distance round, we really have to look closely at the engineering behind the face. Based on design intent, the S3 features a slightly more refined head that definitely has the upside for stronger swings. If you can actually compress the golf ball, this club gives you a noticeably lively response off the tee. Pushing those drives an extra 10 or 15 yards is entirely possible when you match it with the correct shaft profile. Hitting absolute bombs is fun, but you have to have the speed to unlock it. For raw yardage potential, I am officially naming the S3 the round 1 winner. I have to push back on you heavily there, Mike. Most of us weekend warriors simply do not possess tour-level swing speeds. Welcome to the forgiveness round, where things get incredibly real for a 15 handicapper like me. Common feedback suggests the S2 is incredibly stable on those nasty mishits out toward the toe or high on the face. Older tech doesn't automatically mean it's harder to hit. When you desperately need help keeping the ball out of the trees, the S2 is flat out better at retaining ball speed. Instead of being 40 yards deep in the pine straw looking for a lost ball, a bad swing with the S2 leaves you just sitting in the first cut of rough. Handing the round 2 win over to the S2 is an easy call for me. Up next are rounds 3 and 4, covering accuracy, feel, and confidence. Trust me, what we reveal in this accuracy round is something most golfers completely miss when buying a driver. So we're tied up 1-1. Accuracy is not the exact same thing as forgiveness, even though people confuse them constantly. The S3 offers a much tighter, more repeatable shot shape for players who can actually work the ball left or right on command.
Maybe for the scratch golfers, Mike. My personal version of accuracy is simply keeping the stupid ball in play. Relying on the S2 prevents those bad, sweeping, over-the-top swings from turning into out-of-bounds penalties that completely ruin a Saturday round.
Fair point on that one, Jake. For the average golfer, the S2 wins this round by keeping big misses highly playable. We absolutely have to give a slight edge to the S3 for better players who demand real directional control, though. Moving into round 4, feel and confidence are massive factors when you step up to the tee box. If you look at the S3, you get that serious, refined player profile that looks sharp but maybe a little intimidating. Contrast that with the S2. It looks incredibly friendly and deep at address. That rounded shape provides a huge psychological boost of confidence before you even start your backswing. It literally looks like it wants to help you get the ball in the air. Because sound and feel are entirely personal preferences, I'm declaring round 4 a dead split tie.
Let's jump into round 5, price and smart value.
Time to talk about everybody's favorite topic, protecting your wallet. Here is a smart shopper move you need to permanently memorize before your next pro shop visit. Value is always about fit per dollar, rather than the original retail price tag printed on the sticker. The S3 usually carries a cash premium on the used market simply because it came out a year later. Most weekend warriors will not see enough physical improvement to justify paying that extra 20 or 30 bucks.
Exactly.
Taking that saved cash and putting it toward your green fees or using it to buy a dozen premium golf balls is a much better overall investment for your game. You get the same effective performance off the tee for less money. Therefore, the S2 is officially our Round 5 value winner.
That brings us to round 6, best fit by golfer. Don't click away just yet because we're dropping the specific golfer type breakdown right now to help you make the exact right choice for your unique swing. Let's run through this extensive breakdown quickly so you know exactly where you stand. Beginners absolutely need the S2 for that built-in help across the face. Mid-handicappers should lean toward the S3 for better control. High handicappers, you're firmly in the S2 camp to keep it in play. Seniors usually benefit more from the high launch of the S2.
If you have a fast swing, grab the S3 to maximize your distance. Slicers desperately need the S2 to keep the ball out of the right woods. Distance seekers obviously go S3. Forgiveness seekers take the S2 all day long. Budget buyers clearly win with the older S2.
Now for some serious insider advice on the absolute biggest mistake you can make during this entire process. Picking a club based solely on the newer model name is a total amateur trap. Ignoring the shaft fit is a guaranteed way to completely ruin your swing mechanics for an entire summer. I almost did that myself a few years ago. I bought a driver just because it looked pretty on the rack and ignored the fact it had a super stiff flex shaft that didn't match my smooth transition at all. I spent 3 months hitting low diving hooks before I realized the club head was fine, but the shaft was fighting me. Finding the right shaft profile matters just as much as the letters stamped on the bottom of the club head. We promised a fast, honest rundown with zero brand protection, so let's slow down for just a second and look at the facts. The S2 is wildly forgiving, incredibly cheap, and builds confidence at address. Yet it definitely lacks the fine workability a low handicapper demands. Meanwhile, the S3 brings serious distance upside, a highly refined feel, and tighter dispersion. It does cost a bit more though, and it absolutely punishes sloppy, off-center swings much harder than its older brother. Let's get to it. The final showdown verdict. All the debates are finally done. It's time to determine who should ultimately put these specific clubs in their golf bag.
Firing through the final winners, the S2 takes the crown for the overall average golfer. Beginners get the S2. The S3 sweeps the mid-handicap category. High handicaps go S2. Forgiveness firmly goes to the S2.
Distance clearly belongs to the S3. Best overall value is the S2. If you have no budget limit and want peak performance, the S3 takes it. The best find on the broad used market is the S2. Finally, seniors should absolutely look at the S2. Our final conclusion is incredibly straightforward today. The older S2 is undoubtedly the smarter buy for the everyday average guy who just wants to enjoy his Saturday. The S3 is exactly right for the confident ball striker looking to shave strokes. Ultimately, choosing between these two drivers asks the biggest question in golf. Are you buying a club for the swing you actually have, or the swing you desperately wish you had? Be honest with yourself. Which one of these Cobra drivers are you taking to the first tee? Drop your exact handicap and your pick down in the comments below. Keep an eye out for our upcoming TaylorMade R9 versus Callaway Diablo Showdown next week. Please hit that subscribe button if you